Us to attend. It's not a history we've seen with the American dispensation, have we?
No. Obviously, there were 3 leaders who were invited. I think the Chinese sent their vice president.
Yes.
I think the Italians had their prime minister, and I think one more.
Yes.
This time round, it was curious that the British
Argentina.
were not. It was Argentina.
Yeah, and then Liz Truss went on in her own private capacity.
In her own capacity. So what one is saying is that Trump is really a wait and see kind of a leader for the Europeans. There isn't a lot of enthusiasm in Europe, the kind that you would have expected if Kamala Harris was the one who went to White House. Remember, Trump is not big in transatlantic, alliance. Because he thinks it's a burden, an unnecessary burden for America. For the other leaders think that it is really the pillar of the American greatness. Trump does not believe very strongly in this climate change debate. In the first term, we identified him as a climate denialist. So I saw here in your news talking about the areas of partnership between America and others, the climate change matters. No, Trump has nothing to do with that. Actually, he made the clarion call, drill, baby, drill. In other words, he's going for petroleum, oil, and so on. To make America great again. So he's resorting to old energy. And of course, the executive orders are going to deal with some of the green energy proposals, including electric vehicles that his predecessor had put in place, Joe Biden. So in short, there are many policies that Trump came up with. But the most practical thing was to basically lift the spirits of America. I think that's what he was up to. We are going to plant a flag in Mars. All these are populist gestures that soar up the Americans, and I think it's going to work.
Okay.
Because mostly human beings work in terms of motivation. And his is to motivate the Americans. He confronted what he thinks the weaknesses of the American society. And some of the things he was saying is what scholars like Francis Fukuyama and others have been talking about, the decay of the American bureaucracy. So when he talked about cleaning the American society, he's speaking in a language that the great minds of America have been saying since 2013. They have written volumes about the decay and corruption and all the things about America. Obviously, other leaders are not as brave to admit that America is collapsing under its own weight, the weight of decay and corruption of its bureaucracies. But just confronting that is great enough.
Great enough.
Obviously, he's not leaving his idea of walls. But this time he has even made it greater that he has declared a state of emergency in the border between America and Mexico.
Okay. And
has also given Americans the reason to be populist and to be more into kind of war mood, renaming the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America and threatening to take over the Panama Canal.